two strikes. Nobody got into a four here for the Leopards. Looking to do damage here at plate. 1-2 to Smith. Love one away, even 2 count. They succeeded all tournament. Usually, outside of New Home on Wednesday, teams aren't first pitch. They've been all these teams get into this moment have all been awfully patient with their bat. Everyone except for Lido found a way and off himself.
I mean, Lido, when that game started, whenever it did, we're talking first pitch swing, first pitch swing, first pitch swing, first pitch swing. Contact.
Worked out for him at the end, though.
Sure did.
A 3-1 win over for Alito's back-to-back state titles. They move up to state. The 2-2 foul away again.
Can't believe it. The Alito Bearcats in 6 at
crazy. District they could go all the way to Arlington.
what the citizens of Dallas say all the time.
And Alito keeps making the trip to Arlington a few times.
That's they are.
Here's the 2-2. Smith's battling, and he will battle again and found one into the seats again. But these fan bases we're showing up when we were in the middle of the Robinson Brock game yesterday. They thought they were going to get their seats here early and ended up just having to get
Oh, I think so.
no. Ended up waiting and having to get some hotels. 2-2 to Smith again. He takes it upstairs, counts full. Clean up Andrew Carson Branch on deck.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had hotels anyway. Mission, you're looking at out 5.
Payoff pitch. Smith sends it left center. Going back. And bounces and lands at the wall. 2 runners coming in. Smith makes it a 2-0 Leopard lead. Oregon Bombers both scoring with ease.
How about that at bat from Lucas Smith? Battling, and finally finds a pitch that I don't think Valdez or Cantu were in proper position to get to, because it just kept carrying.
Second, here's Carson Brandt, the cleanup man. Already with the 2-0 lead. If you're Tyler Scarborough, you're feeling great when you get back out there on the bump.
No kidding.
As that ball gets past him, Smith all the way to third.
This is a nightmare start. You're trailing it.
So yesterday in that Kyle and Pleasant Grove game, let's hope that backstop could be a problem. Branch up on the count and send one to left center. Here comes Smith. It's 3-0 Lovejoy.
They're making it too easy. They're hitting the stop and see. We're going to have discussion on the mountain. There's no one warming up, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is it for Ibarra already.
Here's Lovejoy with the first 4 batters. Single, walk, 2 RBI double, RBI single. That's good of a start as you can ask for.
And these aren't blue singles and doubles. I mean, these are hard hit.
Yeah, especially the one Smith going all the way to the left center field wall.
Still nobody out.
Here comes Rick Blakely, left fielder. Swing and miss.
Fastball coming in hot at 91.
And you look at it too, the tough thing for the Rattlers is, especially on Summer Smith, they had a chance to make 2 outs, and for Smith driving in those 2 runs on a full count. Swing and a miss. Reed Blakely now down 1-2.
So much Trevor, it's getting in my eyes. So if I have analysis, that's more than one reason why.
Go down second.
Why was that cut off? Why was that cut off?
Just a miscommunication as Brain swiped back.
I have no idea why Carson Branch, or I beg your pardon, why Balderas and Luis Balderas and Santiago Balderas got in the way of each other.
Now running scoring position for the Leopards. Left center.
Oh my!
And it just drops in. The miscommunication by Valdez and 2. Still nobody out. Now to a board for Leopards.
Well, that's good, but that's a single, but it shouldn't. This is a disaster. There's no other way to put it. An all-around disaster for Sherryland.
I'm backed up. 4 hits and a walk. As here's Zach Carlson, the right fielder. Looking to just tack on.
That should be an easy route play for Valdez and Cantu.
It's popped right up behind Team Fuegos. And so, yeah, that is just right in between it. You got
I don't know if the sun got in their eyes or not. I'm not sure. But I've seen tough plays. That's one that definitely won back. Just another heartbreaker.
over to second. Another stolen bag for Branch. Runners on the corners.
That is fantastic base running by Branch. He straight up duped Cienfuegos to throw down to second base. As soon as he did, he took off. And now I wouldn't be surprised if Blakely wants to go. Have runners at the corners.
Nobody out. 1-1 upcoming here to Carlson. Shows bunt. Popped it up. Fuegos has the first out.
I kind of expected that after the first one. It's a big break for Sherryland.
You'd love, at this point, you just love the ball. There's ball difference.
That's why I'm surprised that Blakely didn't try to go.
Benjamin Reinhardt, the third baseman up. That's inside. 1-0.
Especially because you don't, especially with Branch at third base, he's got great speed. I don't know if Cienfuegos is going to throw it down to second. Who's going to cut it off?
Over to first. They click safe.
Ibarra
play. And Reinhardt, he loves something in the outfield, whether it's sackable, whether it's a fly out or not. Branch has got enough speed to tag and come home with ease. For a strike, 1-1.
Because if Blakely goes, Cienfuegos throws it down to second. I feel pretty confident about Branch coming in from behind. He as big of a lead as he wants. There's only one out as well. There he goes. Oh my goodness. Oh, he would have had it.
That with
That was Jog. He was going to go again, though. Thing is, as well, Ibarra kind of has a slow walk-up. He's got a lot of power, of course. Strong arm. But it takes a while to deliver.
I'm sure Blake's keyed in on that. Outside, 2-1. The sunglasses have come out.
They sure have. We are right underneath the stone.
2-1. There he goes again.
See, there you go.
So two runners in scoring position now. As Reinhardt's not even at a 2-2 count.
It takes away the double play ground ball. Cienfuegos didn't even try to throw it on the second. And they didn't run on.
Swing and a miss. Might have just got a piece of it. It's still alive. He sure did. Just barely got a piece. Two to Reinhardt. Strikeout looking. Sergio Ibarra picks up his first strikeout of the day. 2 gone.
Talk about a much needed strikeout. Get the second out of the inning. Keeps the runner's foot. Here's Brown.
Tanner Brown, the first baseman. Talking about what he's done this year since hit over to Paul Harris, who will make the throw to Soto for out number 3. But what inning for the Lucas Lovejoy Leopards? 4 hits and 3-0 lead as we end the first inning. Be back for the top of the second. Rattlers look for answers when we come back.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
Presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Ben. And Mom calls. Looks like it's
Welcome back, everyone. There we go. We return to the Dell Diamond. Lovejoy with a 3-0 lead. 2 pitches in. It's a 2-0 count. For Edgar Quintanilla. As I mentioned a minute ago, Tyler Scarborough committed to play. Oh, we're the same colors in college. 2-0. Now 3-0. He's committed to play for the Georgia Bulldogs, who have a Game 1 Super Regional today with Mississippi State. Well, back. Quintanilla draws a leadoff walk, so now back. Top half of the innings for Chicagoland starts out with the leadoff man reaching.
Well, that's Scarborough. I don't know if I want to call that rust or not. He's got to shake that off.
First pitch outside for DJ Garza.
Ball 5.
Last time Garza was up at the plate in their game. You know, that's a straight balls. Garza, last time he came up the plate against Kingwood Park, that's game 2 winner. Throwing a run on sack fly, also Super will also go 1 for 4 that day. It's back safely over at first. And it's straight balls. Scarborough started his top of the second. That one foul away. Finally snaps the streak. 2-1.
The sun is so close to getting behind us. So close.
The 2-1 sent way out of here and above the club level and the roof. 2-2 now. Look at the crowd times. Rattlers definitely bringing the lucky crowd. 2-2 Garza. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. And Scarborough picks up his second K of the morning.
And Scarborough finding it again.
Here comes Santiago Valderas. Flashback to what he did in game 2 last time up. Real solid performance. In the game 2 state semifinal win. 2 for 3. With RBI, walked once as well. Down count now 0-1. Up there, running. Has down the right field wall on the turn. We could pretend to be a fan. There are players from the next game coming out. That's it, right. Not even have a chance on a read on it. Carlson, did he catch that? He sure did. Thought it was going to just keep on drifting in foul territory. And from our angle, it was hard to see, but what a catch there by Carlson. 2 gone.
Yeah, down the lines here, we have a great view here, but down the lines, you can't see anything.
Goes right fielder, the 8th on here goes Champa. As he's down in the open 1, taking a strike. There's the cloud cover. 1-1. That was close. Have to get to stay with that. That's Lucas Smith. Engineer group into second and into scoring position.
Just missed blowing away on that slider. I can tell you, I don't think these guys are used to playing at 9 a.m. No, these early games are by far the most humid.
Send it to right field. Tanea, getting the green light. Coming home. Thrown up there. An RBI single for Diego Chapa. The Rattlers are on the board.
How about the fight from Sherlin?
As it's awoken, it's an early morning crowd of sea of red. The biggest crowd, I don't know if the biggest crowd today, but it's the biggest crowd of the weekend so far.
Phenomenal base running by Soto. Garza delivers. Oh, I thought he picked him off for a second.
I thought he did too. Diving run here at the plate. And Omar Cantu plays left field when he's out of the field. That just barely to strike. You can hear the cheers there from the Rattler faithful. One to Cantu. Cantu chops it over here to Summers. Makes it easy 4-3 to get the third out. But Rattlers on the board. They cut it to 2 on Diego Chapa's RBI single. We'll be back for the bottom of the second inning. Lovejoy. It'll be Quinlan and the top of the lineup in Corley Summers when we return to Round Rock.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Ben, your mom called. Let's get your stuff with us tonight.
We're back here to Dale Diamond in Round Rock, Texas. 5A Division II state champion Trevor Bowler alongside Jay Snyder on the FAS Network. Lovejoy leading 3-1. Liam Quinlan up for the Leopards, not no hitter, so if you're just joining us, Lovejoy going 1-8 in that bottom of the first. That's in the 0-1. Smith driving it 2 on a double. Branch driving in another one on an RBI single. 2. In Quinlan coming in today, record of tonight, 356. Here's the 0-2. Hit over to Paul Terrace. Next throw to Soto in time for out number 1. You look at Lovejoy. This season may have been dominant. He swept away all of the state semis and only lost in the playoffs. A 2-1 loss to Argyle, a team who is no stranger to making runs to state championship games. They won 2 years ago. Real tight. 1 count. Logan Corley. 1 for 1 today. Came up last inning, singled and scored a run. As he sends one into the sweet level.
Yeah, this is where the damage was done. The top half of the lineup.
Counted 1-1. Yeah, 1 through 4, 1 through 5, all reaching base. 4 hits, no walk. They were hard to hit too. Sure were. Did Corey go? No. 2-1. Yeah, especially that double we saw from Lucas Smith. Corley's aboard for the 2nd inning in a row.
And I jinxed the guy.
You sure did. We saw
I jinxed the team.
We saw it on Thursday afternoon with 2 home runs for the London Pirates, including a first second decker I've ever seen here at the state
That was
tournament.
a monster, wasn't it?
And then, of course,
Total monster.
Lake Creek breaking up a combined no-hit bid on a solo blast last night.
It was the bottom of the 6th with 1 out. I literally said, Alito, even though I stumbled over my words, I said, they're 3 outs away. They're 3 outs away in the 7th, 2 outs away in the 6th. And as soon as I said, through this point, they have had a no-hitter. I mean, kick, delivery, bang.
Right there into the left.
It is high, it is far, it is gone.
Very nice, John Sterling.
I could do better, but thank you.
0-1 to Summers. Inside.
I got to tell you, though, Trevor, I mean this kindly. For lack of a better term, we have seen worse weekends.
Yes, we've been treated to some great baseball. Just tipped it foul, 1 and 2. I mean, all despite the rain delay, all 3 games having the tying run at the plate in the bottom of the 7th, and including a walk-off wild pitch yesterday with Cal Allen and Pleasant Grove. That's up there with wildest endings I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, you've had a lot of wild ones.
Sure have. You and I have called some wild ones.
Yes, we have.
Grapevine Rouse comes to mind.
That was ridiculous.
That's into left field, and a diving grab there by Omar Cantu for out number 2.
For a moment, I thought that was going to drop in front of Cantu. He took a shot to go get this. Stumbled a bit going down, but he did a great job of holding on to the ball.
Here comes Lucas Smith. 1 for 1 just an inning ago. Drove in 2 with a hard hit ball and bounced all the way to the wall where the LED ribbon is there. which is sitting at about 370. Runner gonna go. Throw down to second. Corley swipes a bag. Runner moving into scoring position. Lovejoy hitting 3 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
It's a good call.
2-0 now for Smith. Yeah, if you're batting 500 with runners on second and third, you're usually doing all right in the ball game. To Smith. 3-0 now for Smith.
I know Sherryland is not liking it from their vantage point. I understand, but what we're seeing here on the screen here just looked a little bit outside.
Carson Branch on deck. 3-0 count, 1 on, 2 outs. Lovejoy looking to tack on more. And Smith just watches it go right by him, takes ball 4. 2 aboard here with 2 outs.
You can't give this part of the lineup room.
So we'll get a courtesy runner here to run for Lucas Smith. Yeah, if you let 7, 8, 9 beat you,
Yeah.
you tip your cap. But if you let that top of the lineup, especially with how good Lovejoy's been this year.
Remember when you said we're going to have cloud cover the rest of the way?
That's the Bullard jinx coming in.
I know.
Here's Carson Branch, 1 for 1 with an RBI single as he takes ball 1.
Same as it ever was.
We all got jinxed yesterday.
Yes, we did. As we have the classic ball 5, ball 6, and on chant.
That's strike 1.
That ends the ball 5,
Ball 6 chant.
ball 6 chain of events chant.
Two and 1 now. Another thing is Branch can't let him get on base. He's already got 2 stolen bags to his name as well with the RBI single. The 2-1. 2 and 2 now. If you can get out of this inning if you're Sherryland, you'd like your chances again. Only down by 2 runs. But that onslaught in that first inning kind of seems like it set the tone early here for the Leopards. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out and 2 on. Count's now full. Reed Blakely on deck here for Lovejoy. Payoff pitch. Ball 4. Load him up. As Ibarra has now issued back-to-back walks, and all 3 base runners here on base right now have reached via walk.
Well, you got to feel really good right now if you're Lovejoy getting something out of this.
Ray Blakely 1 for 1 today.
If you can't get something out of this.
Takes one up and away for ball 1. The 1-1. Popped up. Straight up. Who wants it?
It's going to drop, Trev.
It just does. And Luis Cienfuegos tried to make an effort.
Got lost in the sun.
Yeah, I could just tell that it was hanging up there way too long. They didn't know where it was. I could tell that was just going to drop. You're going to get another crack at this.
Count is 1-1. Bases again loaded. Corley at third. Jacob Thorpe, courtesy running at second. And Carson Branch at first. Counts now 2-1. Two and one to Blakely. Got a piece of it. Counts now 2-2. Strikeout looking. What a pitch by Sergio Ibarra. Frozen up. As Lovejoy loads the bases and leaves everyone stranded. 3-1 when we come back.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
You can guard me? You need a break to L tonight. Do you need a break? Come on.
Ben, your mom called. Looks like you're stuck with us tonight.
Let's go.
We're back here to Dell Diamond and Round Rock. 5A Division II State Championship game. Sherryland and Lucas Lovejoy, greater DFW area, the Rio Grande Valley. As that's hit over to short, snared, and throw an easy 6-3 for out number one. So Balderas grounding out on a 6-3. Here's Nick Valdez 0 for 1 today with a strikeout look. Strike one.
Ever to second. Easy 4-3, and quickly there's two gone. Jay's not the optimal start here in this top of the third if you're Mission Sharyland.
No, even though they did get quite a bit of action with 2 outs in the previous inning. Tyler Scarborough just lost a little bit of control and command of the strike zone in the second, which he had in the first. He's trying to get back to it.
1-0 is the count. Here for Luis Cienfuegos. 0 for 1 today. Hit into a 5-3 his last time up. And Cienfuegos takes strike one. Even 1-1 count. And Cienfuegos skies one into the seats. Now 1-2. Shout out to our other broadcast partner this weekend, EJ Sanchez, watching us from afar.
In the shade, the AC.
Must be nice. Cienfuegos just got a piece of it. Stay alive.
Even though he did the 9 a.m. games back to back.
Yes, he did.
He's going to have the 1A game later.
That was supposed to be our original 9 a.m. game. The 1-2. Cienfuegos swings and misses. Tyler Scarborough making it a quick 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Lovejoy still up 3-1.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
You can't guard me? You need a break to L tonight. Do you need a break? Come on.
Ben, your mom called. Looks like you're stuck with us tonight.
Let's go. Give me a trail.
We welcome you back. We're cooking up here in the booth. Lovejoy cooking up down there on the field.
What do you mean by cooking?
Just a little toasty.
Yeah.
A little toasty up here. It'll be Carlson, Reinhardt, and Brown here in this bottom of the third.
Like Quiznos up here.
Oh, man.
Toasty.
Do miss Quiznos. They're still around.
I was going to say,
They're just few and far between.
I was going to say, I didn't know they went away.
The closest one to where I live is 30 minutes away. Got to go over to Galena Park.
I was going to say 30 minutes from Kingwood could be anywhere.
That's true.
I would know. I am the king of Kingwood.
You sure are. Here's the 1-0. Make it 2-0. Of course, that Kingwood area having a lot of baseball success recently. State champs in 6A D2 last year. K Park, the other school in the area, making the state championship, this exact state championship, and then making it back this year before the Rattlers dispatched them in a sweep. That's in to left. And down for a hit right in front of Cantu is Zach Carlson with his first hit of the day.
I don't know if Cantu lost it. Felt like he had a play.
Here's Ben Reinhardt, 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking. Back for out number 2 in the first. Off there of Obara. They go just with the throw to second. Not in time, though.
What was that? Went off of the mound or the foot of Ibarra and then took a perfect hop right into the glove of Reinhard, or of Quintanilla, I beg your pardon. Went to second base. It was a great slide from Carlson, and everyone's safe. I think everyone had the right idea all around.
The weirdest infield single I've seen all week.
Yeah.
As Chandler Brown lays down a bunt, but it goes foul, 0-1. You look at this game, Chase. Obviously, Lovejoy with the lead, but you don't want to leave men on because the Paradise game, what they leave 10 on? 11, and then Brock and Robinson yesterday. All the men they left on.
Well, what you also can't do is commit 7 errors.
Yeah, that'll do it. The 0-1 pulls back on the bunt. Now 1-1. Throw down to second. Carlson safe. Yeah, that was Paradise game was pitcher's duel, and then I remember you and EJ were just threw up the scorebooks.
Yeah, we just went, what? I think we had 5 errors, like 3 batters in a row. It was wild.
Tough night there for the Franklin Lions, but congrats to Paradise in winning a state title. As the bunt goes foul, now 1-2. Greater DFW area not getting it done with Brock yesterday, but Alito did take that state title. And of course, we'll get one more DFW squad this weekend with Keller taking on hometown Lake Travis here at 3 o'clock today. Chance we might see Troy Aikman.
There's a chance.
He was watching the NFHS broadcast last week in Croatia. Back over to second again. Carlson safe again.
And there is a lot of movement in the Sherryland infield. They better be careful. Don't get too lost.
So Tanner Brown stepping in. Shows bunt.
He went, man. It's an out.
Over to third. Oh, no. Past Quintanilla. Carlson safe. Down goes Brown, but both runners now in scoring position.
Well, right on cue.
So after all that, one's away.
As Brown tried to bunt with 2 strikes. Here's Liam Quinlan. Upstairs for a ball.
If you're going to bunt with 2 strikes, you better get it down.
Yeah. I just flashed back to Kyle Schwarber trying to do that in 2022.
I remember that. Kyle Schwarber, of all people. Like, why is Kyle Schwarber bunting?
And he'd already home run in that game. Had a home run in that game, too. The only time the Trevor Houston Sports Curse did not strike.
A broken clock is right twice a day. Oh, here he comes. These have to stay fair. If you're going to bunt, they have to stay fair.
Carlson really wants to score. I mean, goodness. I mean, at least try to swing at something, you'd think. There's only 1 out. Sack fly will do the job. Let's wait for the delivery from Ibarra. Here's the 1-1. Right past Ibarra.
What is this base running?
Throw home. Double play.
What was that? That was awful all around.
6-3-2. And somehow, after having runners in scoring position at second and third with just 1 out, just some unfortunate base running there for Lovejoy. We'll go to the top of the 4th. 3-1 when we come back.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Hey, Garby, you need a break to L tonight. Do you need a break?
Ben, your mom called. Looks like you're stuck with us tonight.
Let's go! Give me a tray.
I'm so hot.
Here's Santiago Soto. Yeah, it's toasty.
And this computer is heating up as well. We're using a donut box.
We sure are. That's a strike.
That just misses for a ball as Trevor looks for more reinforcements to keep our equipment alive underneath the sun because there's no cloud cover at all. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That ball is skied high. Left field towards the line, and it'll be caught for the first out of the inning by Reed Blakely.
Just missed 1 out. Chase, looking at this game, it should not still be 3-1, you'd think?
Oh, it should not be 3-1 at all.
Bases loaded.
What a mess.
They get out of the jam if you're Sherryland. And then 2 on, both in scoring position with 1 out, and they get out of the jam. You can't let good teams like Sherryland stay in this game.
Well, ever since that first inning, Ibarra has settled down. And he's been able to get around a couple of jams.
Here's Edgar Quintanilla.
Someone's getting warmed up in the
Yeah.
Sherryland bullpen.
Quintanilla with a walk today. Now up in the count 1-0. Two and 0 now for Edgar.
How often do you see a 6-3-2 double play?
That's ridiculous. Here's the 2-0. 3-0 for Edgar Quintanilla.
And if they come back to win this game,
You're going to look at those 2 innings.
correct.
Yeah. IJ Garza on deck. The 3-0. A strike. That's how EJ and I were feeling with Pleasant Grove and Cal Allen, who loaded the bases with nobody out. Ball 4. Tying runs coming to the plate. I was going to say that's how we felt with Cal Allen and Pleasant Grove yesterday. Of course, until the bottom of the 7th inning,
Yep.
and then having the bases loaded in the 5th didn't matter.
Did not matter.
IJ Garza up 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. You got to tell you how that 7th inning went for Pleasant Grove. Walk, error, fell into the screen, 0-1. An RBI ground out, intentional walk, and then ended on a wild pitch.
You know, we live for chaos.
The 0-1. Garza sends one to right. But camping underneath it, making the catch is Carlson for out number 2. Here's Santiago Balteras. Flew out to Carlson his last time up. Shows bunt. Throw down to second. Oh, they got him.
Sure did. Wasn't even close.
We said he was out before he even applied the tag. Quintanilla gets tagged out for out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th as Leopards coming up when we return.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Hey, Garby, we're going to L tonight. Do you need a break? Come on.
Ben, your mom called. Looks like you're stuck with us tonight.
Let's go. Give me a shrimp.
We're back. Here, bottom of the fourth inning. Lovejoy jumping out to the early 3-0 lead. Still leading 3-1, but Chase feels like it should probably be more.
Yeah, this should be 5-1.
Minimum. Can't let good teams hang around. First pitch is upstairs for a ball. Make it 2-0. Here, top of the lineup, it's Corley, Summers, and Smith here for the Leopards. 1 for 1 today with a single, also reached on a walk as well. That's a strike, 2-1. Three and 1. Summers on deck. Ripped over to Soto, who muffs it for a moment and won't be able to get up in time. As Corley there with ease.
It's going to be an interesting call.
Do you score it as an E3 or a...
They're going to score it in E3.
There we go.
I think that's the right one.
Santiago Soto, not only did it bounce off of him, he stumbled getting up, and Corley's got too much speed to get there with so much time. Here's Brady Summers. Lined out to left and walked and scored a run. So he fouls one into the screen, 0-1. Chopped down the line, but foul, 0-2. Plopped in there to left field. Summers with his first hit of the morning. 2 runners aboard with nobody out. And here comes a man here in Lucas Smith. He's already done damage. The future Bearcat looking to add to it.
I think this is going to be it for Ibarra.
He got out of jams in the second and third. If it is it for Ibarra, 3 through 3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 earned runs, walked 4, struck out 3, and 20 batters faced.
Well, he's still going to be in there. I guess he just went out there to see how he's feeling. Because that was a quick conversation. He said, I'm good. He goes, okay. This is your game. I'll give you a shot here.
All right, they keep him in. Again, facing the most dangerous part of this Leopards lineup, as that's popped up. Ibarra makes the catch for out number 1.
How monstrous is that out? First pitch. And Smith can't believe it. He got overly aggressive to start. Thought he had his pitch.
Here's Carson Branch. 1 for 1 with an RBI single today. Oh, that gets by Cienfuegos. Both runners advance and into scoring position.
That takes away a double play ball. Two runners in scoring position. Now here's the thing too. Sherryland has gotten out of this many times.
Just an inning ago they did. There was runners on second and third with one out.
How often can they keep getting away playing with fire?
Branch showing bunt. Lays it down. Ibarra picks it up. There's nobody covering first.
He's safe. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
they got him.
The 2 runs scored. How about that? 2 runs scored out of that. Let's watch this again. Since no one was covering first at first, I thought going down the line that Branch beat that out on the outside bag. But I think they'll take the 2 runs anyway.
Sure will. Base is now empty with 2 outs. Lovejoy now up 5-1. Counts now 1-1.
Sorry if I stepped over you there, Trevor.
Oh no, you're good.
There's just a lot going on.
A lot go. Yeah, wait, you ain't wrong. Well, Lovejoy finally, after last 2 innings, have had some problem. That's ripped into right. And it's a fly out, though. Hard hit ball flying out to Diego Chapa. But Lovejoy finally back on the scoreboard again. Plates 2 across. Lead by 4 as we will go to the top of the 5th.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
You Hey, Garby, you need a break to L tonight. Do you need a break? Mom!
Ben, your mom called. Looks like you're stuck with us tonight.
Back after that word from our friends at Academy, who are our presenting sponsor of Player of the Game. 5-1 as we start the 5th. Sherryland will have Balderas, Chapa, and Cantu up. Chase. A lot going on there in that bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, it just caught me off guard.
In for a strike, 0-1. But like we said during the break, that was just some outstanding base running there from Corley and Summers.
Absolutely. Especially realizing that no one was covering first. That whenever that ball got over there, they would at least be halfway between third and the plate.
Popped up. And in to the sea of red it goes. Now an 0-2 count. Tyler's needing some answers, but they are known to score runs in bunches. As down goes Balderas. Got frozen up. One away.
Well, to say Scarborough has come back alive would be an understatement.
Yeah, just a shaky second inning. But in the first, faced 4 batters. Third, faced 3 batters. Fourth, faced 3 batters. As Chapa. Oh, it's dropped. Branch trying to make a spectacular play, and it just skips off his glove.
Well, credit to him for trying to make this play.
That was a tough play regardless.
That was a tough play, whether it was Blakely or Branch trying to make it. Just fell into a lucky spot for Chapa.
Here's Omar Cantu 0 for 1 today. Takes a strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Cantu. Oh, it's coming up here.
Ooh, if it went over that, it might have been coming here.
We're directly behind home plate, folks.
Directly behind.
The 0-2 again. Ripped into right. Cantu gets his first hit of the ball game with a 1-out single.
Well, here's another chance for Sherryland.
Top of the lineup coming up. Balderas already with a hit today, singled to lead off the game. Low for a ball.
Fastball's hitting 93, so he's getting stronger and stronger as this goes on. He's got to look out.
As the ball hits Chapa, but he's back safely. Count again, it's 1-0 for Balderas. Balderas swings and misses, 1-1. Go back over to second. Oh, Chapa safe by a hair.
It's a good throw to make it close.
Tapped over into left. Diving stop there by Reinhardt. Throw to second. Got him.
At first, I thought he was going to go for the tag on this. He goes, "No, I'm going to try to go to second." It was a good play by him to know that Chapa was going around him. There's now 2 outs, and let's see if Scarborough can deliver again.
Hasn't been in a situation like this since he gave up the RBI single back in the second. He was cruising since. 2 outs, Chapa at third, Balderas at first. Valdez hits it over to Branch. Try to turn 2. Just did.
He didn't even need to.
Just for fun.
They got 4 outs.
Why not? At this point, Lovejoy just showing off and up 5-1. Be back for the bottom half of the inning when we come back.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
You can't guard me. We're going to L tonight. Do you need a break?
Ben, your mom called. Looks like you're stuck with us tonight.
Let's go. Give me a tray.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
We're back here, bottom of the fifth inning. Sharyland trailing Lovejoy 5-1. Leopards getting 2 across last inning on a wild sequence.
Yeah.
Both of those unearned runs, by the way. As it'll be Zach Carlson, Benjamin Reinhardt, and Tanner Brown. So 6, 7, 8 here for the Leopards. We talked earlier if Lovejoy lost, we'd look back at that second and third ending as that was the moment. Now we're looking at if Sharyland's potentially falls. They're going to look back at that top of the fifth. First pitch here to Carlson, fouled away, 0-1.
You know, we were talking about it too. Remember that double play that wasn't a double play?
That's in into left. Omar Cantu coming in and making the catch for out number 1.
It is also worth mentioning that first base umpire, Mike McCarty, got the out in there as well.
Yeah, he did.
Just getting some reps in, you know.
Sending to right. Diego Chapa tracking back, making the catch for out number 2.
Exactly what you want to see from Sergio Ibarra. If he can get out of this quickly, he might be able to go for one more.
Here's Tanner Brown, 0 for 2 today, hit into a 6-3 and struck out. All the damage done from Lovejoy today on offense has been exactly what you'd expect 1 through 4. Low and away for a ball. Brown into the seats. And nearly onto the concourse. Now 1-2. Did he go? Nope. 2-2. Count now full. Liam Quinlan on deck. Chopped and foul to stay alive. Staying alive again. Brown stepping back in. Payoff pitch. Fouled away again. Talked about Sherrilyn trying to join Donna and Weslaco as the only RGV state champions in team sports. Talk about what Lovejoy's trying to do for their school. That's ball 4. As Brown will reach. They've been close in football recently. A couple trips to the regional finals, but their bread and butter chase has been volleyball. They've been a dynasty out there in the greater Collin County area. Every time I see state volleyball, I go, oh, Lovejoy's in it again.
Lovejoy's there again. They love joy in volleyball. That was ridiculous even for me.
Wow. 0-1. Of course, their football program, led by, holy cow, it's Todd Dodge. 7-time state championship football coach. That's a swing and a miss. 0-2. One aboard and 2 outs. And an 0-2 count. Athora trying to make it an easy inning.
Ow. That wasn't easy.
As Quinlan going to shake that off, take first base, and what you don't want is to walk the 8-hitter and hit by pitch the 9-hitter, because now here comes the most dangerous part of this Lovejoy lineup, including Logan Corley, who has reached all 3 times, singled and scored a run, walked, and reached on an error and scored a run. Corley takes one low and in, and 1-0 count.
This is where damage can be done.
Low and in again, 2-0.
This might be the last one for Sergio, regardless.
He's at 101. This will be his 102nd pitch. 3-0. Brady Summers on deck. It not always seems those first 2 outs, you can get them. It's that 3rd out that's the toughest every single time. 3-0 to Corley. That's a desperately needed strike. 3-1 now. Throw back over to second. Tanner Brown safe. Count now full. drifted into left field. Brown getting the light as there's a misplayed in left. Run scores. And Lovejoy takes a 5-run advantage.
More great base running from Lovejoy. Cantu kicked it. Just straight up kicked it. And I feel bad for him, but he also has to shake that off and get back into the play. And he knows it too. Just a really unfortunate error. And that'll do it for Ibarra after a very valiant effort. Just that top half of the lineup for Lovejoy is pretty nuts.
So Burrow going to finish 4 2/3, gave up 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, walked 5, struck out 3, and finishes at 107 pitches as we'll get a new pitcher in for Sherryland and Santiago Alvarez. Freshman coming in and trying to limit the damage. All right, here's actually, it's Milo Villarreal coming in to face Brady Summers and try to limit this damage. First pitch is a ball. It's a 1-0 count.
It's a really tough spot to come in where you have Brady Summers at the plate for Villarreal. Summers, tremendous at the plate today.
Skied into left and now drifting into foul territory and into the seats. A 1-1 count. Villarreal trying to keep this at just a 5-run deficit. Sherryland has 6 outs remaining. Some of the 1A crowd starts to file in a little bit. The 1-1. Good pitch. That's the strike. It's 1-2. Strikeout looking. Down goes Summers. 2 runners left stranded. However, Lovejoy able to tack on another run here in this bottom of the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th. Leopards 6, Rattlers 1.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
You can't guard me. You need a break to L tonight. Do you need a break? Mom.
Ben, your mom called. Looks like you're stuck with us tonight.
Let's go.
presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
We're back here to tell Diamond and Round Rock. Trevor Bullard alongside Chase Snyder. It's Cienfuegos, Soto, and Quintanilla. As first pitch hit into center field and a fly out easily caught by Logan Corley. One away.
Five outs to go. If you're Lovejoy.
As Cienfuegos flies out, here's Soto. Swings and misses. Takes a big hack. Almost hit Soto there. It's a 1-1 count. I will say the Valley, they know better than anyone. It is never over until it is over. And you know better than anyone when you're broadcasting their games.
I sure do.
What was the score in that bottom of the seventh?
It was 9-3.
1-1 and past Smith. It's 2-1. And I do remember it was Andrea Ortiz.
Andrea Ortiz, 0 for 3. Coming into that at bat, she was the last one to come through the lineup.
Tipped it foul. It's 2-2.
And it's hard to get more clutch than Andrea Ortiz.
The 2-2 to Soto. Got a piece of it. He's still alive.
And I got to sit down with Weslaco ISD.
That's right. They did the documentary.
They did. I looked awful. I was working on, I had an awful cold. I was working on 4 hours of sleep.
Outside, count's not full. Quintanilla on deck. They did a real good job on that.
They did a great job, though.
Documentary. Hey, first state title in softball ever, and that's coming up our way, but just to the right. Hey, you win your first team state championship since 1961, you make a documentary.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's movie type stuff, what we saw.
Soto to center, or excuse me, Soto to left. Coming in, there's Blakely to make the catch.
It's been one of those days.
Trail number 2 gone. It has been one of those days, and we're only here in game 1. So a fly out to Blakely makes it 2 fly outs, 2 gone early. So you're in this top of the 6th. 4 outs left for Lovejoy. There's Quintanilla. That's a strike. 0-1. Edgar today walked twice. So his on-base percentage as good as it gets. And it will continue to get even better as he slaps one there into right field for a base hit.
Keep chipping away.
Here's I.J. Garza. 0 for 2 today. Struck out and flew out. As he takes one outside for ball one. Only a freshman. You look at the lineup for Sherilyn. 2, 3, 4 seniors. You got 2 underclassmen on the squad, and Garza, and then Cantu. He's only a sophomore. 1-0 to Garza. Sends one to left center. That's going to be down and roll as Quintanilla keeps on coming. He will score an RBI double for IJ Garza. And like Chase said, just keep chipping away.
I have no idea why this outfield was so shallow. One was hit well deep into the gap. Balderas could walk to second for the double, and Garza could walk scoring. And it's 6-2, just like that, a 2-out rally.
Is Santiago Balderas 0 for 2, flew out and struck out. So we'll get a pinch runner here as J.D. Campos coming in to run for IJ Garza. That's jumped foul. Last 2 innings, Sherilyn's had their chances, especially out of the bases. An inning ago, now drive in a run, just 4 outs left in your season, Chase. They are not wanting to go down without a fight.
Especially this crowd. How can you not?
The 0-1 to Balderas. Way outside for a 1-1 count now.
That's what you got to love about the Rio Grande Valley. Whoever is in it, they will rally around.
You love to see it. Two and one now. Swing and a miss, even 2-2 count. I know when you did Far San Juan Alamo Katy softball, I'm sure they brought a great crowd.
Absolutely did.
That was over in Corpus at Cabinets Field. Two to Balderas. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. Runner left stranded at second, but Sherilyn cutting into the deficit. It is now 6-2. 3 outs left for them, as Lovejoy will be up, looking to add a little more insurance and pad that lead. We'll see you for the bottom of the 6th here in a moment.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
You can guard me? We're going to L tonight. Do you need a break?
Ben, your mom called. Looks like you're stuck with us tonight.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
All right, we're back here on the NFHS Network. Trevor Bullard alongside Chase Snyder. Lovejoy up 6-2 in the 5A Division II state championship game.
We have to keep reminding ourselves which divisions are which. Well, especially after the delay last night going into today.
Yeah, long day. Here's Lucas Smith up in the count 1-0. Whoa, dude, have a grip on the bat.
That wasn't very nice.
Watch out. And if you're branching there in the on-deck circle, you really do have to watch out. Yeah, last night's game, I believe we had first pitch at 6:30, and we did not get out of there till past 11:30. For a 3-1 game.
But hey,
The 1-1. That's a strike.
at least during the broadcast, we got a 1 hour and 23-minute conversation about each Super Bowl. 1 through 60.
You already said we're doing MVPs if we get another one. Here's the 1-2. Strikeout looking. Down goes Smith. One gone.
Just completely throws him up. Outstanding job to get the first out. Keep everyone in check.
Here's Carson Branch. RBI an RBI to his name back at the first inning. Down to the count 0-1.
2 stolen bases.
He was the batter during that very wild sequence back in the fourth.
I was going to say, which one? Which wild sequence?
You and the fans watching both know. He's also reached today on a walk as well. Reminder, after this game, we'll have to announce our Academy Sports and Outdoors Player of the Game. A lot of choices. Swing and a miss. Milo Villarreal with back-to-back Ks. Reed Blakely now up. Singled on the first. Struck out looking and flown out today. Trying to keep this Lovejoy offense at bay and give his squad one more chance. That's a strike, 0-1. So they're warming up in the... He went 0-2. There's some movement there in the left center field bullpen for Lovejoy. Rips past Soto. Collides with the official. And on the way to second goes Blakely for a 2-out double.
Warming up for Lovejoy, by the way, is Logan Corley. As here's Carlson.
Zach Carlson to his name, 1 for 3. Popped up, singled, and flown out today. As that gets past Cienfuegos, Blakely moving on to third with ease. Counts even at one apiece. One ball, two strikes. Hit over here to Balderas, muffs it. Makes the throw, not in time. Blakely scores. It is now 7-2.
Trevor, that's error number 4, and they're lucky it's only 4. Just so many plays today defensively that they want back.
You can look at a few that Balderas has made. You can look at the one made by Omar Cantu as well. Runner gonna go. Hit up the middle. Plays easily made for out number 3, but an error allows Lovejoy to add one more run onto the tally. They are 3 outs away from their first ever state title. We'll find out if Sherryland can make one final push when we return for the top of the 7th.
This game is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas.
You can't guard me. We're going to L tonight. Do you need a break? Come on.
Ben, your mom called. Looks like you're stuck with us tonight.
Let's go. Give me a tray.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Top of the 7th inning. Chapa, Cantu, and Balderas representing the potential final hope for Sherryland as Tyler Scarborough looking to close this state championship out. First pitch, a ball, 1-0.
Right now we have Scarborough. That was pitch 82. He's got plenty of room.
Counts now 2-0 for Chapa. Drove in an RBI single back in the 2nd, reached on an error back in the 5th. That's a strike, 2-1. Lovejoy's been awfully close these last 2 years, especially back in 2024. So can no doubt taste the state championship. It's seen so many times, these final 3 outs are so tough to get. Well, he definitely swung. It's a 2-2 count.
Yeah, didn't even have to go to first base umpire for that.
2-2 to Chapa. Count now full.
There's a lot of red in here. And I mean a lot.
Payoff pitch. Chapa's
Wow.
aboard.
He didn't go.
Here's Omar Cantu, singled in the fifth, hit into a 4-3 back in the second. Can you make the late push? Oh, they got him. Chapa gets picked off.
And Scarborough's throwing some heat now, isn't he?
94 on that one. Crazy when you're almost 90 pitches in, still throwing that. 91, and it's 1-1. We definitely swung. Now 1-2. And that pickoff, that just kind of tells the story of the day for Sherryland. Just some critical mistakes. The 1-2. Strikeout looking. Leopards now 1 out away from a state title. As Luis Balderas representing potentially the final hope. And facing a pitcher on that strikeout just pumps a smidge under 94. First pitch fouled away for a strike. The 0-1. Outside 1-1. Outside 2-1. Reminder coming up next here on the NFHS Network 1A. It's only one classification where you'll get to watch the likes of Gordon and Groveton. 3-1 now. Groveton Centerville, I should say.
Centerville red, Lovejoy red, Sherryland red, Tomball red, Lake Memorial red, Lake Travis red.
A sea of red as the count's now full. As Sherryland down to their final strike. Scarborough looking to close the door out on the Rattlers. Payoff pitch. Fouled into the seats. Of course, Scarborough just going to get to wear red again when he's in college. Payoff pitch. Ball 4. So the game will continue.
Sorry for that evil laugh. The Lovejoy here from the third base dugout. They were all at the top of the steps, and they came out sprinting.
Going back to the dugout.
Until they were told ball 4.
Here's the senior, Nick Valdez. 0 for 3 today. Hit to a 6-3, 4-3, and struck out looking. Now, we look at that pickoff attempt, how big it is. First pitch to Valdez. Fouls one into the sweets. The 0-1. Chopped foul into the Lovejoy dugout, and again, Sherry-Lynn down to their final strike. Valdez pops it up. Scarborough calling for it, makes the catch for the first time ever. The Lovejoy Leopards, 5A Division II state champions. So Lucas Lovejoy, after coming up short the last 2 years, once in the state title game 2 years ago, last year in the state semifinals, their first ever state championship in program history, getting a complete game from their future Georgia Bulldog, Tyler Scarborough. And you look at the score, Chase, the biggest difference, Sherry-Lynn with the 4 errors.
That's what it came down to, really, in my opinion. They just didn't make